Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here, and I'm going to do a random collective reading. If you are interested in a personal reading, astrology, or tarot, my information is down below. I do them over Zoom or in person if you are in Texas. I'm in Colorado right now, but when I'm in Colorado, I don't always have a lot of time because this is where my husband lives. So I like to spend time with him. Anywho, but I do them over Zoom always. So we are going to pull some cards for the collective. I usually come in with a message I got during meditation. I'm not doing that this time. Meditation time was pretty personal. It was really good. It was very good, but felt like more of a personal message, even though you probably need to hear to love yourself too. So you could take that from it. Anyway, there was more to it. Let's see. So we're just gonna go by the luck of the draw, see what comes out. Feel free to comment below. Let me know how you're feeling. These are timeless, but if you are watching this around Cinco de Mayo, full moon is coming up in a couple days. All right. So for the internal energies, we got 2. 7 of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So we'll talk about wands. Wands are fire. Fire is action, creativity, passion. It's heart energy. It's the journey of manifestation, the journey, spirituality. So the Knight of Wands takes action. She's beating to her own drummer, okay? And this is our internals. This is kind of what do we have brewing on the inside as a collective. So the people around you may be experiencing this too. I like to look at readings in all ways. And then the 7 of Wands is, there could be haters, the wands coming from below her could be haters, but she's got her bubble on. I love the 7 of Wands in this deck. She's a meditation pose and she's protected. This is remembering that you're spiritually protected. This is going it alone. Not everybody's going to like what you're doing, but also at the same time, like when I see the 7 of Wands in other decks, it can signify gaining attention or momentum. And with attention comes more people with more opinions. So 7 of Cups is showing. So we got 7, 7. Whenever a card is showing like that, I usually hold the deck so that they don't show. But the 7 of Cups is kind of, what choice am I going to make? But the choice isn't clear just yet. So, I don't know where this is going to fall. We're just going to set that over to the side. We may be uncertain of what choice we should make. And I always advise with the 7 of Cups, it's not always smart to make a choice. We should wait until the choice becomes a little more clear. It's unclear at the moment for a reason. So if we choose too hastily, and that might be kind of like, hard because we're feeling internally this Knight of Wands energy. And she wants to move. I mean, look at that horse back there is like ready to go. So like just calm your tits. Am I allowed to say that on here? I don't know. What's in front of us? What's outside of us? 10 of Wands. I don't usually start with this deck, so it's kind of interesting that I did. She's ready to go on another journey, having completed a journey. One of the things I think of when I look at this card is, does she need all that stuff? Are we carrying a lot of baggage with us? But it's not time to move on to the next thing, because what is in front of us is this cleanup, like this energy of completion or ending. It's like I'm famous for this. When you move to a new house, it really only happens like when you're like I've rented and I don't even want to go back and clean the old place. Like I've done it, but it, things there need to be, I just wanted to move to my new spot. But there's tidying up until everything is complete. Otherwise, it's a pain in the ass. You leave loose ends, you get charged by the landlord, whatever. So there are things that we need to tie up, but there's definitely an energy brewing within that wants to charge and take action. So what does God see going on? Trust. Ah, I love it. The Fool. Like, you know what? I'm super lame. If you've never been here before, I'm always going to say some variation of like, trust God, trust the universe. It doesn't mean we sit on the couch and think we're going to become millionaires or, God's going to pay our rent or whatever. It doesn't work that way. But somewhere in the theme of whatever it is I talk about, there's going to be an element of trust, taking a leap of faith, believing that the details will be handled by spirit. And that's just feeling really profound right now. That's why this is important, because we've got to connect. We've got to have some kind of a spiritual practice. We've got to foster our connection to spirit somehow. So let me do. All right. What guides, like what are our guides around us now helping us with? Okay. What is it that we need? This is kind of a weird deck. And I really, this lady, Sonia Choquette, she wrote an incredible book called Talk to Your Spirit Guides. It's really, really good. I had to figure it out by myself, and then I realized that she wrote a book about it. That's exactly how I kind of talk, to mine. I love this deck, but I don't use it very often because it's a little bit odd. But I'm going to ask, how are our spirit guides helping us? What are they helping us with? We're going to do 3 cards. Holy Spirit. Wow. Wow. Holy Spirit. I want to read the definitions. Family. It's helping with your family, whether that's blood or, friend family, soul tribe. Maybe you're struggling with your family. It's also helping with rest. So it's time to rest. Whatever it is that you are struggling with, it is time for you to rest. Holy Spirit has the details. Let me just look at the book. Like I said, I don't use this one very often. 10 and 24. So under 10, we have to do security, elation, peace, family harmony. The Holy Spirit is touching your soul, bringing about a deeper sense of peace and security. The challenges of the recent past are met, and thankfully you've survived. Due to the Holy Spirit's influence, your trials have only strengthened your capacity to love, leaving you with an even deeper appreciation of those who you love. The Holy Spirit particularly shines on your family and home as it heeds your prayers and oversees overall well-being at this time. There's no need to fret over your parents' health, your children's safety, or your siblings' happiness. All is well. Ask the Holy Spirit to expand your capacity to move beyond personal love and include all of humanity in your prayer for peace. Entreat the Holy Spirit to brighten your aura and allow others to see you as a source of contentment. The Holy Spirit's message, peace be with you. And then 24, rest. Meditation, prayer, withdrawal, retreat. Our culturally perverse notion that doing is the correct use of time, and that doing nothing is a complete waste of time, has indeed made us a sick society. Your overwhelming desire to back off from this whirlwind of activity and take a break, even throw in the towel altogether, isn't crazy or unrealistic. It's a direct summons from the Holy Spirit to withdraw your attention from the outer world and reconnect with your soul. Check it out. Yeah, the details are going to be taken care of on their own. Be the full. The full literally takes a leap of faith, trust in the universe. The Seven of Cups, like, we're confused. We don't want to pick. We've got to, it's not up to us to choose which way to go. Like, the way will be shown to us, but more will be revealed. Don't jump and try to get ahead of things, because we don't quite know what choices would be best just yet. Okay, your attention from the outer world and reconnect with your soul. Your life is not to be frittered away in meaningless and unexamined activity. You came in with a purpose and specific soul intentions that are being neglected. They're now knocking at the door of your attention, reminding you that you have commitments to keep. If you don't heed this call and begin to self-examine, you may even enter a dark night of the soul, a time where nothing feels meaningful. Listen to the Holy Spirit and open your heart to its direction. Take lots of time to be alone and get in touch with your soul. Write in a journal, seek counseling, and pray. Allow yourself to be in direct contact with the guiding wisdom of the Holy Spirit on a daily basis, withdrawing from the world, whether through contemplation, meditation, or even a sabbatical, is the most powerful way to use your time right now. The Holy Spirit is guiding you in your quiet moments. Is its message: make time for yourself. And I want to do one more. I said I was going to do 3, but I feel like it's really significant that the Holy Spirit came out, because ornery recovering Catholic that I am, and I've heard this other places too, but when I think like Father, Son, Holy Spirit, I think of the Holy Spirit as like mom, like mother, Father, Mother, Holy Spirit, or whatever, Father, what you know what I'm saying? Father, Son, Mother. To me, the Holy Spirit is kind of the feminine principle. Shut the fuck up. So spiritual. It's another Holy Spirit one. You guys, I'm not even kidding. These aren't spirit. The Holy Spirit is all over us. Spirit teachers, muses, divine helpers, divine goddess, joy guides, master teacher, nature spirits, divine helpers, higher self, master teacher. I mean, I think there's got to be only about 4 Holy Spirit cards in here, and we got 3 of them. Creativity guides, warrior guides. Holy Spirit, here's one. Grace. Grace. I love grace. Okay, so we're going to read the leadership one. We got the Holy Spirit all over our ass. Look that up. Sit with that. See how you feel about that. Number 51. Charisma, enterprise, authority, motivation. The Holy Spirit is encouraging you to consciously and fully embrace the leadership role you're carving out for yourself. Through your focus, dedication, stability, and discipline, you're emerging from the background and becoming recognized for both your competence and wisdom. Others are naturally attracted to your charismatic vibration and will follow your lead as they rightfully sense that you can be trusted. The Holy Spirit is your guiding force as you motivate and inspire others. Indeed, the very word inspire comes from the word spirit and means to invite or to inhale. The Holy Spirit, or to inhale the Holy Spirit into your life and move you toward your creative and spiritual best. The Holy Spirit affirms that your assignment for now is to shine your bright light on the world and make no apologies for your enthusiasm or confidence as you lead others to higher ground. Be mindful, however, not to overdrive yourself and become disconnected from your source, or you risk getting burnt out. Enthusiasm is like fire and must be contained, or it can consume you. The Holy Spirit's message: lead with confidence. I'm smiling because, if you consider yourself a light worker or whatever, it's possible that you are experiencing challenging times. It's also possible that you inherently know you're going to get through these challenging times. And it's like we're being cultivated for leadership roles, moving into the new earth, or however that's going to look. People are having a hard fucking time right now, especially if they're watching the news, and I don't believe in being an idiot, but I also believe, I know when I walk out my door and communicate with people and interact with other people, it's certainly a pretty nice world, so let's that be. I don't like when hundreds of years ago, people didn't know what was happening in other worlds. I don't think we're meant to know this much. But we're spiritually evolving, so maybe we are. I'm aware of what's going on, but I also want to create the new way instead of being pew. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like how that is. So I am just going to be a fucking idiot, be in the way that I want to see the world be moving forward. And I'll, I don't mind looking stupid in the process. But we got the Holy Spirit, family, rest, and leadership. So maybe be close to those who trust that your family is safe. Pray, say a prayer, whatever, call on the Holy Spirit if you need to feel some love. To me, that's also like mother energy, goddess energy. If you want, I have been calling for nurturing from the Divine Mother, Mother Mary, for myself, for my inner child. I also wrote in my journal about one of the things that was probably the most profound that came out in my journal today was a message from my meditation. I gave you the best partner, child, parent, friend you could ever fucking imagine. It's you, like me, the more roles that we play for ourselves, the less we require of other people. And if everybody becomes more autonomous like that, we're still going to act in unison, but it won't be out of duty and obligation. And you do this for me, I do that for you, which makes everyone ultimately more free and sovereign. And that's the most important thing. So I'm going to pull a divine door. This reading feels like a big deal. So there you go. Three-eyed raven. As sunrise hits upon the dew, a messenger raven calls out the news. Prepare for the unexpected. All right. And then walkabout. You discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people. The earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, you find the will to survive. Wow. So we're just trudging through things. It's okay. We're just muddling through the best that we can. Prepare for unexpected news. Who knows what that could be, but things on the outside are wrapping up. we've got to allow that to happen. And while we don't want to like dim our light, you know, it's okay for us to bang our drum and to have that creative fire burning. And even taking action where it feels like divine, like where, okay, ready? If you want to do something, like just put your hand on your heart area and choose from there. Like, you know, if you're like, should I do this? Should I go there? Should I do that? Should I do it? If you're overthinking it, just put your heart here and see and imagine. See, I'm like sending a light kind of down here. And then ask the question and see what answer bubbles up from your heart space. But do make sure that you are getting in your contemplation time, meditation time, writing, art, doing art, whatever it is that you do, not listening to music while you drive to work, what, you know, whatever you can do for silence, because that's where spirit moves. Okay, I'm not done yet. I need one more. Well, because it does feel dark, we're gonna pull. It does feel like we're trudging through some shit. So we're gonna get a witch. This is kind of like more shadowy stuff. We'll see what's in the shadows. What is in the shadows? What's being revealed? What is hidden? I can't make this shit up. Greet the darkness. Oh, these are naked. You know, I watched some shit on YouTube and there's some naked artwork, like artwork. It's just artwork. But for some reason, tarot readers cover this stuff up. Here where the spine bends and the mouth quivers, breathes the hidden, the pieces that make you whole, but cut deep with all of their sharp edges. So it's just greet the darkness. That's just us meeting our own darkness. So, you know, maybe we're being shown our fears, our insecurities. Maybe we're like facing situations or things are happening around us that we were afraid might happen, or things aren't working out that we were afraid wouldn't work out, or you know, but it's like once you face that, or maybe even we're facing challenges in order to rise to things that it is that we want to attain. But we've got to meet our darkness first. All right, fine. I don't like to always read from the book, but I don't read my Colorado cards that often, so I don't have them as memorized as my other ones. Down in Tejas. Okay, so this is called, okay, you have pulled Greet the Darkness as a call to go deep into your dark corners. There are parts of you that are beautiful yet remain undiscovered. You must allow yourself to open to the unknown. You can do this by confronting old wounds, lost memories, feelings of shame, guilt, and disappointment. This is called shadow work, a practice that allows you to make friends with demons rather than hide from them. What seems like a monster is really a lost part of you, needing love and support. When feelings such as anger, resentment, and chaos come around, it is because those feelings are trying to protect you in the only way they know how. Anger only knows anger and can only offer its support in that way. Chaos only knows chaos, so that is the only way it can get your attention. Those feelings are trying to help you find the beautiful gems that are waiting in the dark spaces of your being. Confront whatever feelings you have surrounding your situation. Allow these feelings to surface and face them without fear. Greet them and ask them how you can work together. Journal your meditative conversations with your dark parts. Within their words of advice, you will discover the lost or missing pieces of yourself. You know, I am going through this on a very personal level, and what I am looking at is shame, you know, shame involving like my drinking and just how I fell so far and hard from grace, and it's brutal. But because and this is why like the 12 steps in AA are so incredible, but because I still have a reaction to anyone who brings my, no, not anyone, specific people who bring my past up to me. I'm like, well, that shame still lives there in me, you know, like I'm pretty all right, but the shame is still there. And so I have been facing a lot of that shame recently. And so I do think that we're looking at our darkest parts, because as we evolve, I'm gonna get really weird, but those denser things cannot remain in our body anymore. They've got to move through. And in order to move through, they have to be seen and acknowledged and processed or dissipated or whatever, or loved. Anyway, this feels big. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate you guys. Have a great day on Earth or something. Anyway, peace. Namaste.